All right, well, good afternoon, fans. Welcome in here on XRB Radio, 1610 a.m., as well as AudioSportsOnline.com, Brownsburg Varsity Baseball. Rob Kendall's my name. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Joined alongside by Chris Worley. Chris, should be an exciting afternoon as the Bulldogs play host to the Zionsville Eagles.
Yes, sir, Rob, and thank goodness we have good weather for a change. Last two Brownsburg home baseball games have both been rain out, so a little cool, but nice, clear sky and sunshine today.
All right, both teams, as you can see there, those of you watching tonight on AudioSportsOnline.com, Bulldogs going through the pregame warm-ups, Eagles to follow soon after. Let's take a moment to thank some of our sponsors that have made it possible for us to cover the cost of doing the video streaming this year, and a little added bonus from our usual radio broadcast. Certainly appreciate these fine private businesses helping out. Hey, Wharf Excavating was established in 1964 and specializes in drainage and erosion control. They're conveniently located in Pittsboro and are open from 7 to 7. They can be reached at 361-8029. Find more information about them on the web at wharfexcavating.com. And Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you enjoy. Our orthopedic and sports medicine doctors are backed by award-winning physical therapists. This expert team uniquely addresses the needs of kids, seniors, athletes, and working professionals to restore their lifestyle. Get more information online at motion360.org. And special thanks to Sean Shipman and our friends at OEM Products. OEM Products offers tubular and machine components along with electro-polishing services located at 121 Commerce Drive in Danville and are open from 9 to 5 and can be reached at 718-0958. You know, Chris, as we go through the pregame warm-ups here, we're going to get a game in today.
Yes, thank goodness.
That's quite a feat given the weather the past few weeks. Let's take a quick moment to take a look at some of our starting lineups. Chris will have some stats for us as we roll along here today. Remind everybody our next broadcast is coming up Thursday, I think. Yes, it is. Thursday the 16th, as the Bulldogs will play host to Fishers. Now, that is scheduled to be our final broadcast of the year, but we may have some information for you that day to be picking up some additional games. We'll let you know as we roll along with that. For the Bulldogs, Michael Hartnagel lead off. He's the shortstop, followed by Tyler Houston in center. Hayden Shipman, the second baseman, bats third. Cody Gill, the designated hitter, will bat for McCoy, the pitcher. And boy, McCoy has just been very, very sharp as of late for the Bulldogs. Pitched a great game in the Lafayette Jeff game we did a couple of weeks ago. So Ty McCoy will be the pitcher today. Kyle Yeager, the catcher, bats in the fifth position. Sam Comer, the first baseman, sixth. Hunter Liam in left, batting seventh. Caleb Sampson, the third baseman, bats in the eighth spot, and Garrett Ish is in right. So Hartnagel, Houston, Shipman, Gill, batting for McCoy, Yeager, Comer, Liam, and Sampson. For the visiting Zionsville Eagles, Ben Coker, the pitcher, will lead off, followed by Parker Dunshee, the shortstop, batting in the second position. In the third position, it'll be Travis Tokarek, the catcher. Garrett Sloan, the third baseman, bats fourth. Cam Ritchie, the first baseman, fifth. Drew Bertram, the second baseman, bats sixth. Kyle Schulte, the designated hitter, will bat for Ryan McCormick in left. Evan Miller is in right, batting eighth. And Tyler Glenn in left will bat in the ninth position. So Coker, Dunshee, Tokarek, Sloan, Ritchie, Bertram, Schulte batting for McCormick, Miller, and Glenn for the visiting Zionsville Eagles. Bulldogs back in the, well, we call them the retro jerseys, Chris, but they seem to wear them all the time. So
Yes, well, they're popular with some, unpopular with others, Rob.
yeah, it may be the normal jerseys now. They are the home whites, purple stripes. It would be horizontal. Yes, horizontal stripes.
I think you referred to the old Houston Astros uniform before.
Yes, and the Eagles will be in the road grays, green letters, and numbers, of course, everyone knows, Zionsville, green and white. Let's thank our friends at Junk Dogs and Moving Dogs as a friendly solution to junk removal and moving. They are owned and operated by firefighters, veterans, and service members. Junk Dogs and Moving Dogs provide screened, uniformed employees to customers for their junk removal and moving needs. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and can be reached at 1-800-712-5865. And spring is here. It's time to give that outdated jewelry a makeover. Diamonds are forever, but styles change and mountings wear away. Let the professionals at Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you create a fresh and unique custom design. Nelson Jewelers offers an in-house jewelry repair shop to ensure your jewelry receives the utmost care. Visit Nelson Jewelers for all your jewelry needs at 22 East Main Street and online at nelsonjewelers.com. A little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. And last but certainly not least, what is a good neighbor? Someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. State Farm Agent Pete Fay takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs, so whether you're preparing for a child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm Agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So those are all of our sponsors making tonight's broadcast possible. Don't forget, if you're listening on XRB Radio, you can head over to Audio Sports Online and watch the broadcast. So a couple chances to check out the Bulldogs here tonight. Don't forget, we also archive all of our games, so you have a chance to go back and watch the podcast as well. No word on whether we're going to make up Harrison or not. I'd really like to see us get that game in.
Yeah, I would too. And do you know anything about Plainfield? Was on the schedule last Friday.
That was permanently canceled.
Okay.
And we're hoping that Harrison is not permanently canceled.
Well, I think the Bulldogs kind of wanted to get back at Plainfield for that 27-14 game in the Hendricks County tournament. So guys may be a little disappointed about this, but coming into this game, overall record, Zionsville 13-7, Brownsburg 11-8. Within the conference, these are conference teams. Zionsville 8-6, Brownsburg 6-7.
It's a little bit of a down year for both teams. Of course, usually two of the teams at the top. Of course, you always have Hamilton Southeastern in there as well. So, but as they say, Chris, the only thing that really matters is the postseason.
Right.
In high school athletics.
We're not too far from that. Scheduled to be the last week of the regular season here, I think, and then sectional play is not too far off.
Yeah, right around the corner, and it'll be coming up. Well, as we said, we do have at least one regular season broadcast left. Maybe doing postseason. We're talking with Coach about that right now, and we'll kind of see how that all filters itself out as we roll along into the postseason. Again, Rob Kendall, along with Chris Worley, coming to you live tonight from Brownsburg High School as the Bulldogs are playing host to the Zionsville Eagles. So an exciting afternoon of baseball coming up on the way for you guys that are listening at home or watching on XRB Radio, 1610 a.m., wherever you might be tuned in from. We're certainly glad that you are here with us here this afternoon.
This is a back-to-back series, Rob. Brownsburg will venture up north to Zionsville tomorrow night, and then our next radio broadcast is Fishers here at Brownsburg on Thursday, and then at Fishers, I think that would be Friday. Right now is the last game on the schedule. Of course, as Rob said, we could have a makeup game here or there.
Well, rolling along here this afternoon, certainly glad that you are with us wherever you're tuned in from here on audiosportsonline.com as the Bulldogs and the Hamilton Southeastern Royals are set to do battle here momentarily.
Zionsville coming off a win. They did shut out Fishers at Fishers 5-0. Before that, overall they've won 6 out of their last 7 games. So towards the end of the season here, Zionsville putting it in high gear and getting some wins.
And, well, as we wrap up our pregame warm-ups, we will definitely make sure that we get our PA introduction tonight from our good friend Adam Armstrong, as well as the national anthem as well. So here in just a moment, we'll be taking a quick break from that and let you know how we are doing.
Pretty good crowd rolling in with the nice weather, Rob.
Yeah, it should be an exciting night. Fans beginning to come into the stadium, and obviously we're excited about that. Anytime we can get fans in the stands, tickets sold. Next, a host of other items, the reasons you want to get the games in. It's good for the it's good, as they say, Chris. It's good for the community.
Yes, no doubt, and always strong support here in the Brownsburg community for high school baseball too. Crowd's been knocked down by bad weather this year, but should have a good crowd here tonight.
Yeah, should be an exciting couple of hours of baseball action as the Bulldogs and the Eagles are set to do battle here momentarily.
Our friend Adam's got his music playing here Good selection. Gets the fans pumped up a little bit for the game each night here. It's always a good entertainment. Only $5 to get in, too.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's just bargain basement price entertainment, for high quality entertainment. That's why I'm here.
Future major leaguers have gone through this Brownsburg program. Lance Lynn will start for the Cardinals tonight. He's right now 5-1. So he starts tonight in a home game they have. ERA 2.72. So Lance doing all right. He's pitching against the Mets tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that, Chris. I saw Drew Storen yesterday against my beloved Cubs, and he did not perform up to, I'm sure, his reasonable expectations.
I was going to say I don't have a Drew Storen update, but you came in good on that one, Rob.
Yeah, he struggled yesterday, gave up a run. Of course, as a Cubs fan, I was very torn because we loved our Brownsburg graduates, but as a Cubs fan, I had to, of course, cheer for the Chicago Cubs, who ultimately did pull the game out and scored a nice win, a rare nice win yesterday. Yes. Your Cardinals are doing great, though.
Yes, they are. Going into the weekend, I know they had the best record in baseball, and I know they took 2 out of 3 there. So,
yeah, they're playing great. It was interesting.
It's a bit of a surprise.
Well, I was watching Major League Baseball last night. And they were talking about how, oddly enough, some of the teams that have lost, the best players in baseball are still doing amongst the top of the standings.
Yeah.
Notably the Cardinals losing Albert Pujols, and then the Rangers, who lost Josh Hamilton.
Yeah.
So, good job for the Cardinals. Of course, as a Cubs fan, I'm very envious.
I understand.
Of how well your Cardinals have done this year.
I watched a game Saturday afternoon. I didn't sit and watch all of it, of course, but I did see a game at San Francisco Saturday, and I'm telling you, that's becoming a park I really would like to go to. They had a full house. They have a winning tradition now. Wasn't always that way, but they've had a World Series championship in the recent past few years, and it looked like a really fun place to go.
Yeah, the big pond behind, or I believe that's called the ocean,
right.
behind the stadium.
Now, the politics out there may not agree with you or me.
Well, we would be expelled.
If we leave the politics aside,
we would not be invited back, Chris.
Not be invited back.
I think that's pretty obvious.
But the ball, go to the ball yard. That would be a blast.
Absolutely would be. But again, welcome those of you that are tuned in here on audiosportsonline.com. Rob Kendall, along with Chris Worley, is the Eagles of Zionsville, travel to Brownsburg tonight to take on the Bulldogs. And we'll have action here momentarily. Both teams finishing up their pregame warm-ups, and so we will certainly look forward to bringing you high school baseball. Don't forget, if you are listening on XRB Radio, you can head over to Audio Sports Online. We got a live video feed for you to go along with our play-by-play that you're hearing. As we got, it's not the greatest of views. It is directly behind the home plate, so it's not a whole field view, but you can see the balls and strikes as they come through.
Rob, I went online and looked at one of the archive games you have there on Audio Sports Online, and I like that video feed. You're there on every pitch and catch of the game. Now, sure, like we've said before, we'll take care of calling the outfield and things that happen beyond the camera's view, but it gives you a real good view behind home plate of the pitcher and catcher and the batter.
Yeah, I think it's just adds a little substance. Of course, there's some people who still prefer just to listen to the ball game on the radio.
If you didn't have the audio feed, you couldn't see these fine uniforms and jerseys
Absolutely.
Brownsburg has been wearing.
Well, Adam Armstrong appears ready here momentarily to give us an introduction. We're going to wait for the meeting on the mound. Well, of course. So Chris and I will continue to entertain you. We're scheduled for a 5:30 start. We're currently at 5:37. So this would, of course, we'd be in big trouble if we were at the Major League Baseball game, Chris. But being in Brownsburg, we're okay. We can make the rules as we go.
Just means a few more fans can make it in from the parking lot there, Rob.
Now, what I was going to say was before the game went down to get the lineup from the Zionsville head coach, very intense about what's wanting to win this game today. He seemed like he was giving the kids a pep talk, and that's a little, maybe a little unusual for Major League high school baseball regular season. But
the Zionsville coach.
He wants to win today, yes.
Because I know Eric Mattingly of Brownsburg's always fired up.
He is.
I don't have the Zionsville coach's name. We'll leave that to you, Rob.
Let's look on the roster. Probably says there.
I don't have one.
I've got one
Okay.
somewhere.
I've got a Brownsburg roster.
I got a Zionsville roster. John Zangrilli. That's
All
the head
right.
coach for Zionsville High School. Now, of course, we cover the Eagles during football and basketball season for our Audio Sports Online, so we're very familiar with Larry McWhorter, the head football coach over there. But,
didn't Larry just get a new job?
Did he?
He did. He's going to Covenant Christian.
Start a shows how out of the loop I am. Guess I'll need to find someone new to do the coaches show with coming up this fall. Now, Jared Moore is listed as the assistant coach for Zionsville. Now, I'm wondering if that's the same Jared Moore that played at Brownsburg for years.
I do
and
not
years.
know.
Of course, it is. It is okay. Yep. Okay. Quinn Moore and Quinn. I should have looked down the roster another page. Quinn Moore is there listed as well. So former Brownsburg baseball standouts. Jared
Makes things a little more interesting. Little rivalry there.
Their dad was a longtime baseball coach. Coached with Lane Johnson for years. And so interesting, a little Brownsburg connection for tonight's game for those of you that are tuned in. Okay, here come the umpires. It's always a good sign. You know, now these coaches are shaking hands with the umpires. For those of you watching on our video feed, this is probably the most friendly they'll be the whole game.
That's right.
Yeah,
especially with Coach Mattingly. Well, you said both intense coaches here, so we've seen Coach Mattingly take on a few of these high school umpires in arguments or discussions, we'll just say.
Yeah, Coach not afraid to get a little bit animated. Certainly a good thing. A little bit perhaps, or not unusual. I was going to say perhaps for high school baseball coaches. Football coach is probably the most intense.
Yeah, right.
And then maybe baseball a close second.
Mm-hmm. Well, as a player too, you know he's got your back, and he's going to take care of you if you feel you're being slighted by an umpiring crew, if you will. But Coach Mattingly, an intense competitor, he's got the players' backs, and he certainly wants Brownsburg to be successful.
Now, we should point out that Chris, if those of you listening on XRB Radio, Chris, a regular contributor now to XRB Radio, does reports on both the police commission and the RDC meetings. So that's on the Town Council radio show, which airs Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. So
just hope to help out a little bit there, Rob.
Doing a great job. Outstanding job.
Don't say that I miss writing too much, but I like doing the reports for plain speaking in Brownsburg. That last RDC meeting I attended was standing room only.
SRO, that's what they call it. Yeah, SRO. And that's good. We like that. Now, here's always my question. It always seems like they spend like 5 minutes going over the ground rules. What could they possibly be discussing?
Well, I mean, it looks like an average playing field. I mean, well, we think it's above average here, but each field has its own little small things that they may want to go over, foul territory, a fence here or there. But yeah, it's hard to say here.
Well, and we've kind of reached the point in baseball season where the games really do start to matter. Not that all games don't matter, but we're going to pause here real quick and let Adam do the introductions and the national anthem.
Tonight's contest between the Zionsville Eagles and your Brownsburg Bulldogs. Let's start with the starting lineup for Zionsville. Leading off the pitcher, number 23, Ben Coker. At shortstop, number 6, Parker Dunshee. Catching, number 8, Travis Tokaric. At third base, number 5, Grant Sloan. At first base, number 13, Cam Ritchie. Second base, number 12, Drew Bertram. DHing tonight, number 25, Kyle Schulte. In right field, number 2, Evan Miller. In center field, number 42, Tyler Glenn. In left field, number 22, Ryan McCormick. And now the starting lineups for your Brownsburg Bulldogs. Leading off at shortstop, number 4, Michael Hartnagel. Center field, number 6, Tyler Houston. Second base, number 2, Hayden Shipman. Pitching tonight, number 17, Ty McCoy. DHing, number 13, Cody Gill. Catching, number 3, Kyle Yeager. First base, number 24, Sam Comer. Left field, number 20, Hunter Liam. Third base, number 7, Caleb Sampson. In the right field, number 22, Garrett Ish. Everyone could please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right. You know, Chris, every time I hear the national anthem, I just half expect to see Leslie Nielsen down there singing along.
That's right.
You know, I mean, you really want it to happen.
I
But
haven't seen that in a long time. I'd love to see it again.
anyway, those of you just joining in tonight, Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live this afternoon from Brownsburg High School, where the Bulldogs are set to play host to the Zionsville Eagles, and it is Ty McCoy on the mound. He'll pitch to Kyle Yeager. Left to right in the infield, it's Sampson, Hartnagel, Shipman, and Comer. That's from third to first. And then in the outfield, it's Liam in left, Houston in center, and Ish at the plate. It will be Coker, Dunchie, and Tokarak leading off for your Zionsville Eagles. Of course, McCoy, the left-hander, pitched real well last time we saw him against Lafayette Jeff.
Yes, he'd have to be considered the ace of the staff. He has 5 wins, 5-2 record, 2.01 ERA, and in 31 innings pitched has 24 strikeouts.
He's just a junior, and of course, Chris, you notice his most valuable asset is he throws from the left side of the mound.
Yes, he does. And I like the way he mixes in off speed. He has a good curveball when it's working for him and can really mix up the speeds on his pitches.
Now, one of the big problems that the Bulldogs at least had early on were really 2 issues. It was throwing strikes and catching the baseball, and McCoy certainly solved that last game as he did go the distance in the big Brownsburg win. In fact, I believe that they of course played a game at Harrison that they won. So they have played since then, and they did win that game. So they have won since. So here we go, just about ready. Yeager throws down, and the left-handed Coker will lead it off. Sorry, the right-handed Coker will lead it off.
It was blaring in here. Did you hear me? Matt, did you hear me?
Coker leads their team in hitting with a 349 average.
Leading off the game for Zionsville.
Purple stripes, white pants, white jerseys for the Bulldogs. Gray uniforms all around with the green letters and numbers for the Zionsville Eagles. And the pitch on the way. Outside, ball 1. How's your vacation, Chris?
Very good. Went out to our usual place, Las Vegas, just for a few days.
Wow, that's awesome. And you didn't ask for me to go with you.
Sorry about that, Rob. We'll get
Outside
you
ball
next
2.
time. But...
Well, Adam and I love Las Vegas.
Okay. I just like to see good hot weather there, and we needed it after the spring we'd had.
No, like was Wayne Newton out there? Did you?
We flew over his house. I've never seen his house. We've been there a number of times, but I did see his house.
Well, not a good start for McCoy. 3 balls in a row. 3 balls, no strikes to the leadoff man for the Zionsville Eagles. Left-hander for the Bulldogs looks in. Kicks and fires. Pitch on the way. And that's in there for a strike. Right at the letters. And I always think of the movie Vegas Vacation.
Sure.
Whenever I think about the trip to Las Vegas. You
Sure.
got to be careful.
It's a crazy place. It really is. I take it easy. I don't play the machines. Usually I do sports betting. Had a couple of baseball bets come in
How'd you do?
out there.
Fly ball into left field. Going back is Liam at the track at the wall. It's a leadoff home run onto the street. That was over the scoreboard. And 1-0 Zionsville.
And that was not wind aided. The wind flags are limp right now with no wind, and he blasted that ball high and deep to left center field.
Well, oftentimes you will see a somewhat smaller player lead off. Faster type guy, but Coker, the pitcher, pretty good sized guy, and he got arms into that one and hit it over the left field wall. Dunshee now will come up. Dunshee is a three-sport star. Of course, was the quarterback for the football team.
Wow.
Suffered that tragic broken leg in the playoff game, and was unable to play during basketball season. So should say hi to our good friend Greg Shellhouse, the athletic director at Zionsville High School. Of course, we deal with Greg during football and basketball season, so always nice to talk to Greg. We appreciate all our relationship with him. There's a line drive into left field. That will slice foul as Liam unable to get over there, but just a long strike for strike two.
Dunshee, their RBI leader, was 17, came in batting .339, and he jumped on that pitch. It just went foul down the left field line.
And as you said, Chris, almost now the wind is picking up a little bit, blowing out towards right field. Little timeout here. Well, I would have thought maybe he cracked his bat, but is he using a wood bat?
Can't be.
Oh, okay. Well, that would then may have, if his bat is ruined, proved to have been a very expensive strike for that young man. 0-2 pitch on the way. McCoy kicks and fires. Curveball popped up. Right side, moving back is Shipman. Moving in is Ish. He'll make the grab. Ish for out, number one.
Wood bats go back a bit to your day, Rob.
Well, they go back past my time.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tokarek will be the batter. He is the catcher. It's a little unusual, Chris. Both the pitcher and catcher bat in the first three for the Zionsville Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Left-handed batter steps in. Fastball down the middle. A little bit low, ball one.
Travis came in batting .339. 13 RBIs for the season.
Coker led off the inning, the pitcher, with a home run. And that is why it is a 1-0 ball game. Outside ball two. You know, it's very depressing, Chris. You lose not only the no-hitter, but also the shutout, the first batter.
First batter, that's right.
I think they ought to do it like in golf, a mulligan, do-over. Pitcher should get one do-over.
It'd have to work both ways, though, Rob, for the other side, too. Not just Brownsburg, but McCoy trying to work in breaking stuff here early. That was a fastball down low. 3-0 the count here.
Well, that's the position he got him in. Outside corner for strike with the first batter, which ended up not a good result for the Bulldogs. Coy looks in, has the sign. Right-hander kicks and fires. Pitch, low, ball four. And 1 on, 1 out. And Sloan, the third baseman, will come to the plate.
Next up, the third baseman, number 5, Grant Sloan.
So a rough beginning for the Bulldogs, but plenty of time left. Of course, we're in the top of the first. 1-0 in favor of the Eagles. Runner at first now. That, as a curveball drops over the outside corner for a strike, that is a very bright bat that Sloan has. For those of you listening on the radio station right now, not watching our video feed, bright yellow Easton logo. Line drive into right center field. Ish on the run, still going back to over his head. It'll one-hop the wall. Runner around second, on his way to third. Hits the cutoff man, and now we got a runner at second and third, and 1 out.
Well, he had some pop in that Easton bat. That almost landed at the base of the wall there in right center field. Ritchie, the first baseman, a senior, batting .268. 6 RBIs coming into today's game.
Flipped into right field. Ish on the run, moving over to his right, makes the catch on the warning track. Runner will tag and score. Runner from second heads to third. So it's a sacrifice fly for Ritchie, 2-0 Eagles, and Bertram, the second baseman, will come to the plate.
That was a nice catch by right fielder Ish out there. He had to go back, look over his shoulder, and make the grab just a few feet, almost to the warning track out there in right field.
So Bertram will bat. Runner 90 feet away. 2 outs. Fastball outside corner for a strike.
Good pitch there.
Yep, McCoy making them hit it. Fortunately, right now, some of the Eagles are hitting it where the Bulldogs are not. And with that wind blowing out hard towards right, could be an interesting day if you are the right or center fielder. Swung on a miss, strike 2.
Ahead of him 0-2, and that was a nice sinker. Ball down low in the strike zone, got him to swing over the top.
Foul ball hit right side. Count remains 0-2.
Two out, 0-2 on the batter. McCoy looks in for the sign.
McCoy from the pause to the plate, and the pitch. Line drive, right center field, right where we said. Ish on the run, and will make the catch and right. Boy, he was very, very busy this inning, and I think, did he make all 3 outs? I think he did. Yeah, he did. Ish made all 3 outs for the Bulldogs. So nice job by Brownsburg right fielder. Brought his catching gloves, and inning number 1 over, 2-0 in favor of the Eagles, or top of inning number 1. Over. Hey, nothing makes you think of the future like holding it in your arms. The wonder of being a new parent includes planning for your child's future. Now's the time to start looking to someone who's been there from the start. State Farm agent Pete Fay in Brownsburg can ensure your life insurance will keep pace with your family's growing financial needs. So for more information on life insurance, visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley. Bottom of the first we go. 2-0 in favor of the Eagles. Let's take a look at the Zionsville defensive arrangement. It'll be Coker and Tokarak are your battery. Left to right in the outfield, McCormick, Glenn, and Miller. And then third to first in the infield, Sloan, Dunchie, Bertram, and Ritchie.
Coker, the Zionsville pitcher, comes in with a record of 3-2, 2.85 ERA. Real good strikeouts per 7 innings pitched, 7.3. So he must have some stuff on his pitches. We'll find out soon.
Leading off, it'll be Hartnagel, followed by Tyler Houston, and then Hayden Shipman for the Bulldogs.
Hartnagel batting .500 coming into this game.
Boy. Now, what were those stats, Chris? I was paying attention, but I was processing as I was attempting to pay attention.
Which, pitcher or batter?
Pitcher.
Yeah, he's 3-2. He had a 2.85 ERA, but real good strikeouts. 7.3 strikeouts per 7 innings pitched.
Ripped foul, strike 2.
Hartnagel also leads the team in stolen bases if he can get on base here, Rob. He's got 15. That's more than double anybody else. Ideal leadoff hitter.
To pitch outside. Well, that was about the same area they called strike 3 on the Nationals catcher yesterday in that Cubs game. And he got the old heave-ho from the umpire. Little tap out in front of the plate, fielded by the catcher, throw to first in time. Out number 1. 1 up, 1 down, and Houston will come to the plate.
Nice play by the Zionsville catcher to get out in front of home plate, grab that ball, and throw down to first. Tokarek, their catcher, a junior.
Line drive, right field, base hit. That'll get down. And quickly rounding first is Houston. 1 on, 1 out. Shipman to the plate. Didn't waste any time with that.
Next up, second baseman, number 2, Hayden Shipman.
Good opposite field hit there by Tyler Houston. He has been a good hitter for Brownsburg this year, Rob.
So now we'll see if Houston goes on the move. Pause to the plate. Pitch, ground ball, up the middle, double play ball maybe. Out at second for one. Throw on to first. In time, great play by Dunshee at short. And it is the quasi-rare 6-3 double play. So the inning is over. And as we head to the top of the second, it's 2-0 in favor of the Eagles. Hey, spring is here. It's time to give that outdated jewelry a makeover. Diamonds are forever, but styles change and mountings wear away. Let the professionals at Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you create a fresh and unique custom design. Nelson Jewelers offers an in-house jewelry repair shop to ensure your jewelry receives the utmost care. Visit Nelson Jewelers for all of your jewelry needs at 22 East Main Street and online at nelsonjewelers.com. A little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. Well, that was quick.
Yeah, the ideal double play ball right up the middle, and they were able to turn two pretty easily there.
So the Bulldogs quickly down 2 runs. And McCoy will head back out for his second inning of work. Again, to remind you, our next broadcast will come your way Thursday afternoon as the Bulldogs play host to Fishers. It will be Troy Weimer and hopefully Mr. Worley.
Certainly hope so.
And
Should
of course,
be.
we got that big public hearing at Town Hall, so I'll be hooking the gear up and heading over to Town Hall, and you guys will be without adult supervision.
Okay. And that's the public hearing on what?
On the North Annexation.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, that should be interesting.
So I guarantee you guys will get done before I do.
Yes, I expect a full house at that.
Yes. McCoy's pitch flipped back foul. I believe this is Kyle Schulte, the designated hitter, batting for McCormick, the left fielder. 1-1 pitch, or 0-2 pitch, I'm sorry. Popped up, center of the diamond. Houston starts back now, moves in under it, and makes the two-handed grab for out number 1. He's wearing the shades out there in center field. I could see the reflection from the press box.
Good to get that first out for McCoy here to start this second inning after a little rough beginning in the first inning. But seems like Zionsville getting under all these balls. A lot of fly balls to the outfield.
Yeah, and like I said, if you hit it to right or to right center field, you're going to be pretty well off today. Pitch on the way, flipped back foul, right side for strike. Ryan Miller, the right fielder, is the batter. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live from Brownsburg High School. If you are just tuning in, 2-0 Eagles, top of the second. Welcome those of you listening on XRB radio as well, 1610 a.m. Dropping in there for a ball.
Good size contingent of Brownsburg fans come out on this nice evening, Rob. They're here to the left of us, left of home plate, along the third base line.
Flipped foul, right side for strike 2. You know, it is interesting, Chris, as we look around the field. Looks great despite all the water that has come down.
Crew's done a good job here. It is, and we have had a lot of rain.
Ground ball hit slowly toward short. On the run, throw, great play by the shortstop Hartnagel. Backhanded on the run, got the ball out of the glove into the right hand, threw it across the diamond for out number 2.
Outstanding play by Mike there. Showed off a strong arm after getting to that ball and going across his body to get the out at first base.
Tyler Glenn will be the batter now. Glenn will bat with the bases empty and 2 men out.
We may have to check with Adam on this, but Hartnagel, the senior, I don't know if any college scouts are in attendance or if he has any offers.
They're probably watching online.
There you go.
But they can't see it because the visual only covers home plate.
Well, you had an excellent call on it, Rob. That was an outstanding play.
Special thanks to Shane, as there's a pitch inside corner, strike 2. 62 degrees right now, wind out of the north at 9 miles per hour.
Now we know the speed of that wind, Rob.
Absolutely.
Good job, Shane.
And there's a ball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One ball, 2 strikes, as Chris said, 2 outs, top of the second. 2-0 Eagles. Pitch on the way, low for a ball. Did he go? No, says the home first base umpire. 2-2. Now, speaking of umpires, there's been some very bad umpiring in professional baseball as of late.
Why do you say that, Rob?
Well, of course, we had that play, and I believe it was the A's game where the home run was hit.
Right.
Clearly was a home run. Swung on a missed strike 3, and that'll do it for the inning. We'll talk about that again here momentarily. Before we do, Junk Dogs and Moving Dogs is a friendly solution to junk removal and moving. They're owned and operated by firefighters, veterans, and service members. Junk Dogs and Moving Dogs provide screened, uniformed employees to customers for their junk removal and moving needs. They're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and can be reached at 800-712-5865. Of course, there was that terrible call in the Oakland A's game.
And they did review that and still missed it.
By Angel Hernandez, who's regularly opined as one of the worst umpires in baseball. Right there was C.B. Buckner. And, of course, then we had the Astros game where there was the illegal pitching change, which any person who knows anything about baseball knew that, and they couldn't get it right. And then before that, too, there was also the shouting match that the umpire got in with the Major League Baseball player, the cursing, then he was fined for that, so I forget that umpire's name. So it's been a rough patch, so maybe some of these high school guys are really getting geared up to perhaps get their shot at the big leagues.
You know, here in high school, you have 2 field umpires that cover everything on the field. Of course, Major League with 4, and you would think, boy, how could they miss something like that or get together and make a change, but it happens.
Well, it's interesting. I was over in Terre Haute the other day watching Indiana State play on local television, and I noticed that at the college, at least at Indiana State's level, they only have a home plate and a base umpire as well.
Yeah, I think so.
High and inside, ball 1. Gill will lead it off. He will be followed by Yeager and then Comer. Gill batting for McCoy.
Gill coming in with a good batting average, 405, just over 400.
Line drive, left field, base hit. Nice job. McCormick will play it on a hop, throws it back in, and that is a leadoff single. Yeager to the plate.
Next up, the catcher, number 3, Kyle Yeager.
I see former athletic director Bill Titus out there in the stands today. No, I think we talked about this before. As Yeager scores around a bunt, up high, ball 1. They'd play theme songs for the kids when they come up. I don't know if I think we discussed this in the past. What your theme song would be? You know,
walk-up music.
Yeah.
I'd have to think about that, Rob. I'm sorry.
Oh, and there's a pitch inside, nearly hit him, and I think he bunted to defend himself from getting his sternum cracked in half. Foul ball, strike 1.
Leadoff man on here in the bottom of the second for Brownsburg, and it looks like they're trying to bunt him over. Get him to second here. Give up a sacrifice.
Well, if the ball hits him in the sternum, it could theoretically do that. I'm not an anatomist, but that could. Nor am I a grammarian. Popped up foul for strike.
Now, Rob, you are a writer, though. You have a book coming out.
I am. A book is done. Cover has been shot. Should be out hopefully 1st of June. It is my second book.
I read the first one, enjoyed it.
I will say this one is much better than the first book.
Now, will you do a book signing?
I will not, but I will sign books for you, Chris.
Well, thank you.
And you can sell them on the open market if you choose.
Thank you.
Fly ball right field. Can of corn should be caught, and it is out number 1. As that was a Yeager flying out to right field.
Was not able to advance that runner from first base.
Shane weighing in on the walk-up music front. He says his walk-up music would have been Hello Mutta, Hello Fada.
There you go.
Sam Comer, the first baseman, will come to the plate. Liam on deck. You know, I probably would go with something that's Springsteen.
You would. That's right.
Maybe Born to Run.
Yeah.
Could really freak some people out and do some of that depressing something from like The River or something that Springsteen did in the early 80s. Maybe something off the Nebraska album.
If we had you batting leadoff, though, I'd like the Born to Run.
Well, I think that'd be a good idea. Foul ball, left side for a strike. Chris, I got to admit, I don't even know who your favorite musical artist is, and I feel bad.
Well, I have a wide variety of likes. To come up with a walk-up song, I'm really going to have to work on that.
I mean, if you had to pick a favorite, like if I said, hey, pick one right now, or a line drive into left center field, that should hold up. It will. It's a base hit for Comer. Runner moves to second, first and second, with one out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Liam to the plate.
I'm glad Sam took me off the hook there for making that score. Comer, a nice hit. He came in batting .435, so we'll up that just a little bit here. Runners on first and second, one out. Bulldogs have something going here in the bottom of the second.
Next up, left fielder, number 20, Hunter Liam.
Is it Jump? Is that his theme song? You got to admire a guy that has a theme song that was written before he was born. Scores around a bunt. It is a bunt. It is a fair ball down the right field line. It's picked up, throw to first in time. And so now two runners in scoring position. Liam will get a sacrifice, and Caleb Sampson, the third baseman, will have a chance to pick him up.
Well, he laid a good bunt down that first base line, but
Next up, third baseman, number 7.
Man, Liam is a little guy. I never noticed that before.
yeah, strong.
Yeah.
What was the question there? Really, do you want to sacrifice and put yourself at 2 outs with runners in scoring position? But let's see how it works out.
He'll get us credit for sacrifice for it because we don't have the benefit of instant replay, so you don't know. But he may have been bunting for a hit as well.
Yeah.
But either way, he got the runners into scoring position. It really underscores not Yeager's fault. That was a tough pitch to try to bunt, but not being able to get that bunt down, then Comer gets a base hit. There's a line drive to left field. That'll get in for a hit. Good baseball by the Bulldogs. One run in. Here comes another man. Throw is going to be cut off. Now they'll hold him at third. Boy, I thought he was heading home. And they ended up holding Comer at third. So it's an RBI single for Sampson, Ish to the plate. First and third, 2 out.
Nice line drive hit there to left field. Scored that runner after the sacrifice.
Again, we have a giant wall in my way from looking at third base. So that's why I had to pause there on whether he was going to send him home. That could have been a bang-bang play at the plate if he had. Ish to the plate, first and third, 2 out. We'll see what the Bulldogs do. They get creative on the base paths. Pause, plate, pitch, line drive, left field, base hit, tie ball game. Comer will come home to score. Sampson rounds the bag at second. It is a 2-2 ball game with 2 out in the bottom of the second. So deuce is wild here in the second inning.
Yeah, and that sacrifice paid off there. 2 line drive hits almost to the same location. Left field has now scored both those runs. And we do have a new ball game tied 2-2.
Yeah, one thing about the Bulldogs is they do hit from 1 to 9. Everybody is capable of hitting.
Good offense.
Now a chance to take the lead as Hartnagel comes to the plate. From the pause to the plate, the pitch, ball low. So good job by the Bulldogs here in the second inning. Comes to the set, now steps off. Time called. Is tonight Monday? It is Monday, isn't it?
Monday.
It is Monday. Curveball, flip back, foul for a strike. The days just all run together for me.
Well, you're busy, Rob.
I feel terrible.
Monday, May 13th.
Monday, May 13th, so it's Monday. That means it's time for Monday Night Raw tonight at 8 o'clock. Low in the dirt, it gets past the catcher, and runners will move up 90 feet. So it's now second and third with 2 out.
That ball was in the dirt. Should be a wild pitch. Now, Rob, you talk about walk-up music. I think pro wrestling invented walk-up music.
Well, they did. They actually
walk to the ring music.
Yeah, WWE. It was WWF at the time. Now WWE was really the first to market theme songs specifically for. You see what he did? He got me going, and that was a strategic move on his part. I know he did it on purpose. Curveball low and in the dirt, gets past the catcher. No advance on ball 4 as Tyler Houston will come to the plate. WWF was really the first to implement that. They had a guy named Jim Johnson who wrote who wrote most of the theme songs, still with the company. And other than the most famous one, which was Real American, which was the Hulk Hogan theme, which was written by Rick Derringer.
There we go.
Who wrote Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo.
Conference on the mound here by Zionsville. Bases loaded. 2 out. And they are going to talk about things here with these in a bases loaded situation.
Yeah, big point in the ball game. You know, I always thought it'd be fun to be a bad guy manager in pro wrestling.
Oh, I would too.
I mean, I just have always thought that would just be the most fun thing in the world, to be a heel manager in professional wrestling.
I agree.
Bobby Heenan was always was my hero.
Classy Freddie Blassie.
Bobby Heenan from Indianapolis. So Houston now going to try to put the Bulldogs on the in the lead. 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the second, bases loaded. And pause the plate, and the pitch is low, ball 1. Of course, graduation right around the corner.
Yes.
They're going to limit the amount of tickets people get this year.
Well, that's always a big event here.
Line drive, center field, moving back, is Glenn to the track, to the wall, gets gone, a grand slam. How about that? A 2-out grand slam for Tyler Houston, and that will make it a 6-2 Bulldog lead.
Well, that was a long, high shot over that center field wall. Center fielder raced back. Looked for a minute like he might have a play on it, but no way. That went definitely over that wall. 370 out there to center field.
Yeah, the Bulldogs really taking advantage there of just great baseball, getting from the sacrifice bunts to the 2-out hits. Nice inning for the Bulldogs. So I'm going to miss strike 1.
And they have a 6-2 lead here over Zionsville.
Against the Zionsville Ace.
Yes.
So now, it's always an empty feeling after a guy hits a grand slam, because how are you going to better that? Shipman to the plate.
That conference of the mound didn't do too
well.
For
I think he told him throw strikes, and popped up foul. Side backing out of play. You know, it's always psychological for me, Chris. I always felt better batting after a guy before we made an out, because I figured I can't do any worse.
Gotcha. Or the other thing, you never want to make the last out of a inning or the last out of or on a rally where you're scoring runs like this.
Right, or 2 outs in an inning.
Yes.
Popped up, right side. Who's going to call for it? Bevy of Eagles coming in, and it's the right fielder Miller. Calls, makes the grab, and the inning comes to an end. Bulldogs plate 6. And we head to the top of the third, 6-2 Brownsburg. Hey, special thanks to Sean Shipman and our friends at OEM Products. OEM Products offers tubular and machine components along with an electro-polishing service located at 121 Commerce Drive in Danville and are open from 9 to 5 and can be reached at 718-0958. Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you enjoy. Our orthopedic and sports medicine doctors are backed by award-winning physical therapists. This expert team uniquely addresses the needs of kids, seniors, athletes, and working professionals to restore their lifestyle. Get more information online at mymotion360.org. I had a great point to make before I read those sponsor names.
Now you can't come up with it.
And now something we were talking about. Oh, graduation.
Yes.
They're limiting the because of space, the amount of, I guess they're giving, is that right, tickets? Okay, well, you're only a teacher at the school, and your mother's on the school board, so I wouldn't expect you to know. Apparently, they're giving away tickets this year, and they're limiting the amount of tickets everybody gets due to space. So,
well, I would imagine they would almost have to. It's always, a full event.
Right.
This school corporation keeps growing and growing, as you know, Rob. So I'm not too surprised at that.
You may, depending on how close you are, these kids are with some family members, may see people scalping tickets.
Yeah, that's right.
Outside of graduation.
I'm going to do that.
Curveball swung on foul back, strike 1. It'll be Coker, Dunchie, and Tokarak for the Eagles in the third inning. Always tough as a pitcher, Chris, when you've been on the bench for a while if your team scores a bunch of runs. We'll see how they respond.
Right, and it's always important here, especially in a 7-inning game after Brownsburg plated 6 runs in that inning is you want to come out and get a shutdown inning and not let them get right back in the ballgame.
Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you live from Brownsburg High School, where the Bulldogs lead the Eagles of Zionsville by a score of 6-2. 6-run, bottom of the second inning for Brownsburg. So good job, Bulldogs. And I believe yes, because they sacrificed both runners into scoring position with 2 outs, so they were all the Bulldog runs came with 2 outs. Fastball outside.
And 2, when you've got a lead like this, you definitely don't want to start walking people. 3 balls, 1 strike here.
Line drive, right field, leadoff single. So that is the pitcher for the Eagles, Coker, having a much better day with the bat, a home run and a single than he is on the mound.
He is their leading hitter. You know, looking at their offense, compared to other teams and certainly compared to Brownsburg, they don't score a lot of runs, and they have won their games mainly with pitching. So let's see if McCoy can hold them down here, hold on to that lead.
Dungy to the plate at a nice 6-3 double play in the first inning. 0 for 1 at the plate today. Kicks, fires, pitch, curveball, hit towards second, double play ball maybe. Bobbled, ball will go to second, out there. So Shipman able to right himself, get the ball to the shortstop Hartnagel with a flip of the glove for out number 1. Could have been a double play, but still an out for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was important to get that lead man. He did recover in time, scoop the ball to the shortstop for the out at second base.
Toe correct, the Eagle catcher now comes to the plate.
Left-handed hitter against the left-handed pitcher here in this situation. Runner at first base, threw over to first to try and hold the runner close at first base.
Pitch on the way. Big sweeping curveball inside ball 1.
Boy, there you saw just how much his ball can break, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely.
The batter was ducking out of the way like it was, going to be close to his head, and that ball almost went right over the plate.
Pitch is low, fastball. We're in the top of the third. 1 out, 1 on. No, yeah, 1 out, 1 on. Flipped back left side. Oh, that is going to stay in play. Giving chase is the third baseman, Samp, now it will fall out of play for strike 2. Strike 1, strike 2. Strike 1. 2-1.
No pickup, truck pickup with a few fans over the left field wall yet there, Rob. We've seen that quite a few home games this year.
Sure, they're at home studying.
Yes, graduation come up, finals.
Absolutely. That final month of school, that's probably all those kids do. Homework. I usually checked out about mid-February.
Is that right, Rob?
Yeah.
School didn't end until May.
Well, here's the way I looked at it. Fly ball, shallow left field. Moving in is Liam. He'll make the grab for out number 2, and it'll bring Sloan, the third baseman, to the plate. There's the way I looked at it.
Next up, number 5, third baseman, Grant Sloan.
I think a lot of my teachers were really excited about getting rid of me, and they weren't going to hold me back. So I figured as long as I just kind of sat in the back and didn't make any noise.
From February on.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I turned all the homework in. And that was back in the day when if you had perfect attendance, you'd have to take the finals. Now, I think they've since changed that rule for everyone, but is it the seniors? Yeah, so, you could look like grim death and you could still make your way into a high school classroom. Center for Disease Control probably shut that down.
Grant Sloan with that colorful Easton bat you liked.
Absolutely, and I think he got a hit the first time.
Yeah, he had a double.
Yeah, he did. And part of a 2-run first inning for the Eagles. Left a man at third base.
Well, Bulldogs have given their pitcher here a lead. Let's see if he can hold on. Should be able to, I would think.
Line drive, right side foul. Yeah, it's hard to believe, Chris. This will be my 11th year I've been out of high school.
Wow, Rob, you're still a young man.
I remember the first year I was out of high school going back to graduation. So it's like a trend.
You were over
No.
east for a while.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I did not make it to a couple. Swung on and
Good
missed.
pitch.
Yeah, nice off-speed pitch there. I don't remember. I don't remember individual graduations. I made it to several. Was there last year? I remember that. Pitch up high. Yeah, it is. It is television broadcast. So if you can't make it to graduation, I believe you can watch it on the community television station.
How long did the ceremony take last year? Do you remember?
It was long. Those kids like to speak once they when they get up there and get their time to give their addresses. Runner on the move, picked him off, throw to Comer at first. Now the throw down to second, tag applied in time. Great fundamental baseball there by the Bulldogs, and that will wrap up the inning. The old 1-3-6 pickoff move to end the inning. Hey, Wharf Excavating was established in 1964 and specializes in drainage and erosion control. They're conveniently located in Pittsboro, and they're open from 7 to 7 and can be reached at 361-8029. More information about them on the web. You can find it at wharfexcavating.com. Yeah, it was very, man, well, they got to have, almost 600 kids in the graduating class now?
Yes.
I don't know how many kids are in the high school, probably over 2,200 or so.
Wow.
And, of course, my favorite thing is they do and they did it back when I was in high school too, the please wait until everyone has been announced before you applause. And inevitably
How often does that hold true?
Well, inevitably there's like 10 parents that don't know how to follow directions. And so, it's inevitable that some parents don't follow directions properly.
It was a good pickoff move to end that last inning by Ty McCoy. He worked on him several times with throws to first base and finally got him.
Inside strike, corner, strike one. Put back foul.
Zionsville starter Ben Coker in his third inning of work here. Came in, as we said, at least on paper as their leading pitcher, their ace, but he's been roughed up here on this beautiful Monday afternoon a little bit by the Brownsburg Bulldogs.
Popped up, center of the diamond. Moving in is the shortstop Dunchie. Behind second base, makes the grab for out number one. And Yeager will come to the plate.
Next up, the catcher, number 3, Kyle Yeager.
Curveball, outside corner, strike one.
Yeager came into this game batting .296. Has 9 RBIs, though, so some production here from the Brownsburg catcher this year.
Popped up, shortstop, makes the grab, out number 2. Dunchie is 2 for 2 thus far on the
Infield pop-up.
in the infield pop-ups.
Next up, the first baseman, number 24, Sam Coker.
Sam Comer to the plate, 2 outs. Swing and a miss, strike one. Comer 1 for 1. Single and scored in the second.
Sorry about that. I know I called.
Pitch on the way. Line drive up the middle. Dunchie had him played perfectly, though. Behind the bag at second. Throw onto first. One hop picked up out of the dirt. And that will do it for the third inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. And as we head to the top of the fourth, a reminder, Wharf Excavating was established in 1964 and specializes in drainage and erosion control. They're conveniently located in Pittsboro and are open from 7 to 7. You can reach at 361-8029. Find more about them on the web at wharfexcavating.com. Motion 360 by Hendricks Regional Health provides care for the way you were meant to move. We care for every muscle, bone, and joint in your body to get you back to the activities you enjoy. Orthopedic and sports medicine doctors are backed by award-winning physical therapists. This expert team uniquely addresses the needs of kids, seniors, athletes, and working professionals to restore their lifestyle. Get more information online at mymotion360.org. Top of the fourth, 6-2. Bulldogs with the lead. Welcome those of you. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley. Welcome those of you tuned in on Audio Sports Online. Also, those listening, xrbradio.com.
Shane on duty in the studio.
He is.
Hi, Shane.
Six to 2 here. Starting the fourth. Glad to have some good weather.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yes,
And it's about time. We've earned it.
certainly have. There's been baseball games this year, and I know this happens everywhere, but it's been a rough spring. There's been games 35 degrees and wet, rainy, and wind blowing. This year's been 3 or 4 of those. Of course, the last 2 home games here for Brownsburg rained out. Mr. Sloan going to check in here, a junior. He had a double. He was at the plate when the runner at first base was picked off that last inning.
That's right. Sloan will lead it off for the visitors. Trail it by 4. And then it will be Ritchie and then Bertram. Pitch on the way, outside. I definitely underdressed again, wearing shorts and a T-shirt.
It's
Or
a
not a
little
T-shirt,
cool.
a dress shirt.
Now, what is the date on graduation this year?
Adam, any idea? High fly ball, right center field. Moving over is Houston. Still running. It's over his head. It'll one-hop the wall. Picks it up on the bounce. Throw into second. Is not in time, and it's a double.
2 doubles this game for Mr. Sloan.
So Sloan at second, and Ritchie to the plate.
Next up, number 13, the first baseman, Cam Ritchie.
Yeah, so my grandpa gave me a bunch of shirts last time I was over there.
Good.
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, this is one of them. I like them.
You didn't have to make one of your shopping trips.
I did not. These shirts were free shirts, and I really liked them. There are a lot of dress shirts. It's nice to know that my 91-year-old grandpa and myself wear the same size shirt. So
91, God bless him.
yeah, he made it to 91. Yesterday was his birthday.
Oh, fantastic.
It was his 91st birthday, and I believe it was like my grandmother's like 66th Mother's Day.
Oh, my.
My dad is not 66 years old. I'm sure he's watching at home, feverishly irate, thinking the audience might think he's 66 years old, but he is not. So that's got to be some sort of world record.
Yes.
From the pause of the plate, pitch on the way, curveball high for a ball. Bulldogs lead it by 4. Ground ball hit sharply towards short. Nice scoop by Hartnagel. Throw to first in time, and that is out, number 2. That was almost a close your eyes and try to scoop it up.
It was. It was hit just 1 or 2 feet to his left, but it looked like it took a bad hop there at the last minute, and he had his glove out in front of it, scooped it up, threw the first base to the out. Another nice play by shortstop Mike Hartnagel.
So 2 are out now, and that'll bring Schulte, the designated hitter, to the plate. Oh, I'm sorry. There's only 1 out. It'll bring Bertram, second baseman, to the plate. And there's a foul ball, strike 1. So 1 out, runner at third. From the set, and the pitch, outside corner, strike 2.
Good location there by Ty McCoy on the outside. Half of the plate, 0-2. has not allowed any runs since that first inning. Brownsburg leads 6-2.
Pause to the plate, the pitch, fly ball, lifted right side, Comer moving over, and he had it and couldn't hold it in his glove.
It was a tough play running down that first base line, though. Over the shoulder, tried for the over-the-shoulder catch, just short on his reach there. So we'll do it again. Ty McCoy to the hill, 0-2 on the batter, 1 out.
Once you pitch on the way, and a lot of times you'll see these hitters get a second chance and make something of it. We'll see what happens here. Pitch, line drive, right field, slicing, fair ball. It will fall in. Ish able to cut it off, so the batter does make the most, Bertram, of the second life, and is able to plate an RBI single as Schulte, the designated hitter, will come to the plate.
Next up, the DH, number 25, Kyle Schulte.
Kind of placed that ball well, just hit it down that right field line. Certainly not a line drive, but fell in the right spot and got the RBI. 6-3 now. Brownsburg leading.
Fastball low, ball 1. Throw to Fur. Ooh, that was close. Runner back.
Ty McCoy's got a good pickoff move over there at first base, Rob. He's got one pickoff this game and has challenged several other base runners.
Throws low. Nice pick by Yeager. Just joining us, we're in the top of the fourth, 6-3. Bulldogs lead the Eagles. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you from Brownsburg High School. Throw over. Oh, they got him picked off. Throw down to second. Comer to Hartnagel for the second out of the inning. Another 1-6-3 pickoff. Second of the ball game.
His second. Great move over there to first base again. Those are almost like getting free outs. You know, they're important. You can call it a base running error or a great pickoff move. I tend to believe that's a good pickoff move by Ty since he's had 2 of them so far.
Yeah, it's very pitch on the way outside for a ball. Very hard with a left-hander to tell whether that guy's going to home plate or whether he's going to first. That's why it's a lot harder to steal on a left-handed pitcher. Up high, ball 4, so that is a big pickoff now. As Schulte, the designated hitter, walks, Evan Miller, the right fielder, will come to the plate.
Next up, right fielder number 2, Evan Miller.
And you can tell McCoy has, worked with that either with coaching or had some instruction on those pickoff moves. So McCoy Jr., we'll see more of him next year. Really has been the ace of the staff this year, Rob.
Comes the set. Pitch on the way. Kicks and fires. Line drive right field. Ish moving over. That'll fall in for a hit. Ish able to cut it off. Runner will move to third from first. So it's a 2-out single. Runner at first and third. And Tyler Glenn, the left fielder, will come to the plate. He represents the tying run.
Another kind of not a line drive, but just dump that ball into right field. Does the job, though. Runners at first and third for Zionsville.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you got to give Ish a lot of credit. He has done a nice job out there in right field tonight.
And that's going to get action in the Brownsburg bullpen. We'll get you a number here if we can. It's kind of hard to see the numbers on the back of that jersey you're so fond of, Rob.
Yeah, it's I want to get one of those jerseys though. $35. I feel like someone ought to donate one to me. Swung on a miss, strike
Good
one.
pitch. Good fastball down low in the zone there.
I'd like to have my own jersey. But then I wouldn't be able to wear this spiffy white, yellow, and blue dress shirt.
From Grandpa.
From Grandpa.
Dylan Carter, I think, is warming up in the Brownsburg
Well,
bullpen, a senior.
This shirt was easily around in the 80s. Well, I don't know. I don't want to, I don't want to date. I'm not a. As there's a high fly ball into left center field. Moving over is Liam. Moving over is a center fielder, Houston, who will make the grab on the run, and that will do it for the inning. So they get one. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 6-3. Bulldogs with the lead. Hey, Junk Dogs and Moving Dogs is a friendly solution to junk removal and moving. They are owned and operated by firefighters, veterans, and service members. Junk Dogs and Moving Dogs provide screened, uniformed employees to customers for their junk removal and moving needs. They're open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and can be reached at 800-712-5865.
That was a great catch there by Tyler Houston. A running catch in left center field. He really had to move for that one. Reached out and got it with an extended arm and a nice way to put the close to that inning. And that was a big catch. Tyler Houston having a good ball game here. Has a grand slam home run and a nice run-saving catch there. Hunter Liam will lead off this inning for Brownsburg. Bottom of the fourth, 6-3. Bulldogs leading here against Zionsville.
It'll be Liam, Sampin, and Ish for the Brownsburg Bulldogs. Welcome those of you tuned in on XRB Radio, 1610 a.m. Also, those of you viewing tonight on audiosportsonline.com. So, Chris, Saturday's a big night in Brownsburg. As there's a high fly ball hit into left center field, and it will fall over the head of the center fielder, Glenn, and Liam will have a stand-up double. Got that one up into the breeze. And one on, nobody out, as Sampson will come to the plate.
Well hit ball there, landed almost to the base of the wall on the warning track for a double for Hunter Liam.
Saturday night, big night for the...
I've got it, the Relay for Life.
That's right.
And you're in the dunk tank.
7 o'clock to 7:30. You can come and throw baseballs or softballs or whatever sort of throwing ball they have. Try to put me in the dunk tank. It's only $1. Fly ball right side. Going to get out of play, I think. It will.
There's going to be a line for that.
There will be, and that's good. We like that. You keep paying until you hit. And, here's what I did last year. Because I love Relay for Life so much, I was actually letting people pay extra just to walk up and press the button.
7 to 7:30, you will be in the dunk tank.
I will, and I got to get a pink shirt. Curveball to the outside corner, strike two. I was thinking about having because I collect novelty shirts, so I was thinking about getting a shirt made up with something on it. But
very good.
I don't know. Haven't really decided yet. Still kind of weighing my options on that. Line drive, right field, foul.
Is that a foul ball?
It was a foul ball. Had extra base hit written all over it, but unfortunately not for the Bulldogs.
Was any chalk flying on that? That was awful close.
It was very close.
With this umpire lineup, I guess that'd be the home plate umpire's call. That is a far way down there to see and make a call on a foul ball. I'll trust you guys, though. You both called it foul.
Well, and you can usually tell by the objection from the coaching staff.
Yes.
Bulldogs appear not to be too critical. So, yeah, we want to encourage everybody. It's at Town Hall this year. It's been at the West Middle School in the past.
It is.
It's at Town Hall.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pitches up high for a ball. So you can come. You can participate. You can be a part of Relay for Life. And
24-hour event.
24-hour event. However, I will not be in the dunk tank for 24 hours.
Yeah. Rob, I don't know the weather forecast yet. I wouldn't mind if it was a little cool like this, though.
Well, last year it was brutal. It was about 10 degrees outside during Relay for Life last year, so we're hoping for a little bit warmer weather than what we had last year. Fastball outside, just missed. Pretty good pitch there. Runner at second, nobody out. It was very cold last year. I came home and took a 9-hour shower. And that's low ball 4. Sampson draws the walk, so 2 on, nobody out here in the fourth. And it will bring Garrett Ish to the plate. We'll see if the Bulldogs are thinking small ball and try to put the bunt down.
Bulldogs have something going again here after Zionsville plated a run in the fourth to make it 6-3. Now the first two runners are on, nobody out.
They did try to bunt. He bunts through it for a strike.
Ish already with an RBI in this game. Should have 15 RBIs for the year. Good productive year for him. 15 RBIs in 19 games.
Oh, good pitch. Outside corner curveball, strike 2.
It's a big moment in this game, Rob. Bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, we'll see if the Bulldogs can expand the lead here. They really need to get that runner over to second, or runners, plural, over to second and third base. Pitch on the way. That's low. Nice stop by the catcher.
Kept it in front of him.
Yep.
Or just below him.
You know, I follow Hulk Hogan on Twitter.
Oh, does he have a Twitter feed?
He does, and he is a big retweeter of his fans. That's his thing. So if you follow Hulk Hogan on Twitter, and I enjoy looking through my Twitter feed and see the various Hulk Hogan retweets.
Has he retweeted one of yours?
No, I don't really try to get retweeted. I haven't made a valiant effort yet, though. I'm thinking maybe I could strategize and maybe come up with something.
Our town manager very active on Twitter. I've had a retweet from him about a restaurant review, but Mr. Kleinhans very good on Twitter.
Yeah, he does great. He does great. Absolutely.
It's not all for fun. He'll update you on a road closing or anything that's happening that would cause some kind of problem. He's on it.
Swung on a missed strike 3, and that's a big first out for the Eagles. Ish swung through it, and Hartnagel will come to the plate. Houston on deck.
Next up, shortstop, number 4, Michael Hartnagel.
6-3 in the bottom of the fourth. Bulldogs on the high side of the score. Runner at first and second, and 1 out. Ground ball hit towards third. It went past the third baseman and into left field. 1 run's going to come around to score, and it'll be first and second. An error on the Zionsville third baseman, as that was Sloan. And now it's a 7-3 ball game. Bulldogs will take it.
It's a sharp hit ball. He didn't get his body in front of it. Tried to backhand it. Just bounced over the top of his glove and into left field for an error. First error of this game. Plates a Brownsburg run, and it is now 7-3.
Was that 50 Cent? You're supposed to be on top of these things, Adam.
Here's been the star of the game so far. Tyler Houston in the batter's box has that grand slam.
Ground ball, foul, past the back third. You know, Sloan sitting there at third base going, just don't hit it to me again. And right there it was.
Baseball's funny that way. That ball will find you if you've made an error or had a problem.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Bulldogs, that one went foul past the bag at third. Low and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out.
You know, with that grand slam, Houston now the team leader on RBIs with 21.
Got 4 of them in 1 sitting.
Yeah.
It's low off the glove of the catcher. Runners are going to move up 90 feet. So now it is a runner at third and a runner at second.
Yes. Houston with a good chance for at least 1 or 2 more RBIs here, Rob.
See what happens. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed out in front of that one. Off-speed pitch, strike 3, and that's the second out. So 2 out, and it's up to Shipman now. Gill on deck.
Next up, second baseman, number 2, Hayden Shipman.
Ooh, curveball buckles in there, strike 1. Boy, that was a very nicely pitched ball.
The knees did buckle on that one.
Wonderful job there. Outside corner strike two, and then two almost perfect pitches there, Chris.
Sure was. Their starting pitcher still in there, Ben Coker. He's a junior. Two great pitches there. 2 strikes.
Swung on a miss, strike three. Great job by Coker to pitch out of that as it went right through arguably the 2 best hitters in the Bulldogs lineup. And that will do it for the inning. As we head to the top of the 5th, it's 7-3. The Bulldogs do get a run. Hey, spring is here. It's time to give that outdated jewelry a makeover. Diamonds are forever, but styles change and mountings wear away. Let the professionals at Nelson Jewelers in Brownsburg help you create a fresh and unique custom design. Nelson Jewelers offers an in-house jewelry repair shop to ensure your jewelry receives the utmost care. Visit Nelson Jewelers for all your jewelry needs at 22 East Main Street and online at nelsonjewelers.com. A little out of the way, very much out of the ordinary. And what is a good neighbor? Someone nearby who helps make your life a little easier. State Farm agent Pete Fay takes the time to understand your insurance and financial needs, so whether you're preparing for your child's college education or planning for your retirement, get the kind of help you'd expect from a good neighbor. Visit State Farm agent Pete Fay at 431 East Northfield, Suite 100 in Brownsburg. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Ty McCoy back out to the mound here in the 5th inning for Brownsburg. Trying to get his 6th win of the year. Have you ever been up to Zionsville's baseball?
I've not been to the baseball stadium. Obviously been to the football stadium and the basketball stadium, but I've not been to the baseball field.
Imagine, they have some money up there. I imagine it's nice, but I just wondered how the baseball facility was. Brownsburg will be there tomorrow night.
That's right. Home and home. So obviously this is the Bulldogs side of that, hoping to get a big win.
No umpire problems or arguments so far in this game, Rob. It's a bit unusual the way this season's gone.
Did Dr. Joyce Brothers die today?
I don't know.
I've seen that posted on various social media outlets, but I was not sure if that was correct or not.
Shane may check a news feed for us there.
Yeah, perhaps Shane, if you're listening. I'm not sure that's worthy of Drudge, so if it's not on Drudge, I don't really know about it. Line drive, left center field. That's going to fall in for a hit. It's going to roll all the way to the wall, and it is another double. Well, not another double. It's another hit, a double for Coker. Dunshee will come to the plate.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 and has a home run. That was a very hard hit ball right in the gap between center and left field.
That's one of the things, Chris. If you were to say where I could personally improve, it'd be to visit more diverse websites. I really only visit 3 websites: ESPN, The Drudge Report, and Politico.
Yeah.
So I really probably need to expand my horizons.
I think I know a lot of people that would say that, Rob. But but yeah, you might try that.
Well, here's the thing. Drudge links to many websites,
many
so
links.
I feel like I'm actually technically visiting more websites. All right, let's see what McCoy can do here. Steps off. Popped up, right side of the diamond. Coming in is Ish. He's under it, makes a two-handed grab. He's been very solid out there today for out number 1. Dunshee is retired.
That was a good pitch by Ty McCoy. Low in the strike zone, kept that ball down low, and got a fly ball to right field. 1 out.
7-3 is our score. As the Bulldogs lead it by a score, as I just said, 7-3. And that will bring... pretty good pitch. Ball
good
1.
off-speed breaking ball.
Tokarak, the catcher, to the plate. I assume Thursday night is senior night. That's the last home game for the Bulldogs. Ground ball pulled towards first. Comer up with it. Foot race to the bag. He'll win. Runner moves to third. Out number 2. 2 out. And Sloan will come to the plate. He had a big error last inning, which plated the 7th Bulldog run. So a chance to redeem himself here a little bit, get that runner home for the Eagles. They trail by 4.
Senior night, if you say it's Thursday, Rob, I would have to think, just based on what I've seen so far, and statistics would support it, MVP this year, maybe senior shortstop Mike Harknagel.
Yeah, obviously a good choice. Houston as well, another strong consideration. And hard to argue with McCoy either, though. 6 wins.
Right.
Looking for win number 7 here tonight. So Coast Bulldogs have played very well this year. Curveball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Of course, us, we've done a great job. We could be in the consideration for that, too.
Radio MVPs,
That's
along
right.
with Troy.
Yeah, well, yeah, Troy would clearly be, if you were the play-by-play MVP, far superior to me. So,
Good pitch.
This big curveball, strike 2.
Well, he pulled the string on that one. That may have been 58 miles an hour at most, but that was a beauty.
It's like the old spaceman Bill Lee pitch.
There you go, Rob.
How about that?
Exposed. Yeah. Good. Very good.
He pitched for the Red Sox? Is that right?
Yes.
Pitch on the way. Side tried the same pitch, just missed outside. Count evens at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Runner at third. In the top of the 5th. 7-3. Bulldogs on the high side of the score.
Both team with 6 hits.
Yeah, the big knock in the game was Tyler Houston's grand slam in the 2nd inning. Curve pass ball up high. Count moves full at 3-2. 7-6-0 for the Bulldogs. 3-6-1 for the Eagles. Pause to the plate. The pitch. It's low. Ball 4. Nice stop by Yeager. And it's a 2-out walk. Sloan to first, and that will bring up Ritchie, the first baseman.
First baseman, number 13, Cam Ritchie.
He has an RBI here tonight. At least one. Their first baseman for Zionsville steps in. Mr. Ritchie.
Kicks, fires, pitch, curveball. Ooh, good pitch. Ball 1, though.
Still a little action there in the Brownsburg bullpen. 1 man up.
Throw to first, runner back.
Got 2 pickoffs. Trying for a third, Rob. Although down 7-3, you wouldn't think they would be running.
You never know. Up high for a ball. 3 balls, no strikes. So McCoy suddenly struggling to find the plate. There is action down in the Bulldog bullpen. Fakes the bunt, pitch down the middle. I always felt if I was an umpire and batter did the fake bunt thing, I would call it a strike no matter where the pitch is.
Is that right, Rob? Okay.
If you're not committed to hit the ball, it's going to be a strike.
Right.
That's just one guy's opinion. Fly ball right side-ish gives chase out of play. 3-2. So money pitch. Runner from first will be on the move.
Big moment here, Rob. The Bulldogs want to keep them down here. It's 7-3 lead. They do not want to allow anything here with 2 outs.
Yeah, we'll see what they can come up with. Obviously a big moment in the game. McCoy comes to the set. From the pause to the plate. Runner moves. Line drive, center field, base hit. Run will come home. Runner from first on his way to third. Throw is cut off. And it's now 7-4 ball game. And Eric Mattingly may have seen enough. He has. He'll make the signal to the bullpen. And we will have a pitching change in the baseball game. That'll wrap it up on McCoy. He goes 4 2/3 innings. He gives up 4 runs on 6 hits. And we will tell you more about our pitcher here momentarily. McCoy was being was being hit for by the designated hitter, Gill. So he will just exit the ball game. And I believe Carter, it looks like it is going to be Carter.
Senior Dylan Carter.
Yeah, into the ball game, a right-hander. And
Dalton
Carter, and we will see what he can come up with here as he'll have some warm-up pitches. And it's now a 7-4 ball game, tying run to the plate for the visitors. Zionsville's had a couple opportunities like this and has been unable to make headway.
15, Dalton Carter.
Well, we're down to the final episode of Celebrity Apprentice coming up next week.
Is that right, Rob? I'm not in on that. We're going to let you take that.
Well, it's they start out with, I believe it's like 16 participants.
Yeah.
And various competitions each week. Trump fires somebody at the end of each week.
He's still the boss there.
He's still the boss, and it is down to the final two. And many fan favorite, Gary Busey, was fired a couple weeks ago.
Right.
And but two pretty quality guys, Penn Jillette and Trace Adkins. So it's a conservative against a libertarian in the finals.
Now, what night is that on?
It's on Sunday nights, 9 to 11.
Right.
I picked Trace Adkins from the first week to be the winner, but I'm kind of a Penn Jillette fan, so I'm really and what they do is they bring a lot of the celebrities back for the final competition.
Sure.
Gary Busey, one they brought back, and they put him on Trace Adkins' team. So decided I'm going to go ahead and root for Trace.
Okay.
And next week is it. Somebody will be the Celebrity All-Star Apprentice.
Next Sunday's the final.
That's it. And I think it's live. I think they make the announcement live.
Gary Busey, one of the all-time mug shots upon his arrest, a classic, still circulating on the internet.
Well, of course, Gary Busey played Chet Steadman in the movie Rookie of the Year about the Chicago Cubs, and John Candy was the broadcaster in that movie. Sweet meat pies. Roland Gardner's going to bat. One of the all-timers will give you the quote here in just a second. Pitch is low, blocked by Yeager. Runner is going to try to come home, and he's going to make it. That ball was Yeager did a nice job to block the ball. Unfortunately for him, Chris, I think it hit off home plate, bounced straight up in the air, and Carter was unable to get the ball back to the catcher in time, so good base running by Zionsville.
Yeah, it was just a bad break. It took a bounce and actually bounced back into the field of play, and the pitcher, Carter, had to chase that down. He tried to toss it to catcher at home plate in time, but could not get the out there. 7-5. Zionsville creeping back. Fifth inning, 2 out.
Carter from the pause to the plate, the pitch, outside corner, strike one, 2-1. Of course, John Candy had one of the all-time great quotes from that movie, and it was, I have figured out why the Cubs lose every year. They have more talent in the stands than they do on the field. Outside for a ball. 3-1. Outside corner, strike two.
Good pitch there by Dylan Carter.
His shoulder goes and hits the doctor, and he goes, "Funky butt loving." It's my favorite part of that.
Pitch on the way. Ground ball slowly towards second. Shipman up with it. Will throw to first in time, and that will do it.
Good job by Carter.
So 7-5. We'll head to the bottom of the fifth, and the Bulldogs are currently up by 2 runs. 2-run top half of the fifth inning. So now what that means is that McCoy can only win the ball game. He's in line to pick up the 7th win of the year if the Bulldogs can close it out. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Celebrity Apprentice is addictive. You get going, you start finding your fan favorite, cheering for whoever it might be.
Well, the Donald's always so entertaining, too, isn't it?
We love Trump. He's the best. I thought Trump would have made a great president. I really wish he would have run. I'm sure I'm in the strong minority on that. But
what season is this for Celebrity Apprentice?
I don't know what season it is. They have Celebrity Apprentice, which is different from the Real Apprentice. It's kind of comical now that it's Celebrity Apprentice. The first couple ones were pretty serious. Rodman was on this year, and how could you not respect a show that's got Dennis Rodman?
I loved his diplomatic mission to North Korea.
Yeah, and they had luminaries such as LaToya Jackson and Stephen Baldwin. Last year was the best, though, because they had Lou Ferrigno and Lisa Lampanelli together. Yeah, it was brutal. Cody Gill to the plate. Bulldogs up by 2. 7-5. Pitch. Swung and a miss. Strike 1.
Boy, that was a fastball and a fast swing. Challenged each other there, hitter and pitcher.
Yeah, little surprise, little fisted into center field, and that'll fall in for a hit. Sometimes it's not hit them well, just hit it where the other team isn't. And Gill has got a leadoff single. That would have really hurt if he'd had a wood bat.
Their starting pitcher, Ben Coker, still in there, and they are just now getting somebody up in the bullpen for Zionsville. We may see a change in batters here. I'm not sure. Yeager coming out. No change. Catcher Yeager will be up for Brownsburg.
Comer on deck, and then Liam.
Next up, for catcher number 3, Kyle Yeager.
You know, that'll give them multiple choices on their songs. I mean, once about the second time through, you've really overdone it. Fastball outside corner, strike 1.
Of course, here in Indianapolis, we see a lot of Reds baseball. My wife and I will go to Reds games, and they have good walk-up music. Brandon Phillips is one batter who will change his every couple of games, though.
Well,
as you suggested, Rob. Most of the other guys, they'll leave it the same the whole year.
Well, we've talked about this. You know, you got to respect a local team like the Reds. My only issue with the Reds is those announcers. They are dreadful homers. Brenneman and, there's a bunt. Popped up. Foul. And that could have been caught, but it was not. Fortunately for the Bulldogs, it fell foul just in front of the catcher. That'd be my only quibble. Quibble, is that the word I'm looking for?
Good enough with the Reds.
I think quibble is the word I'm looking for. I think quibble is the word I'm looking for. With the Reds would be the announcers. Ground ball hits slowly towards short. Dungy up, but it's going to have to get it over quickly. Does in time. Out number 1. Runner moves to second base.
That was hit just so to that shortstop where he had to range a little bit to his right, move up on it, took away a double play. Probably a smart play to go ahead and take the out at first base instead of try for a double play. Here's Big Sam Comer. 1 out, 7-5. Brownsburg trying to hold on to a lead. They'd like to stretch that lead out a little bit here in the 5th. Runner at second base.
Pause to the plate, pitch, foul ball right side for strike.
Good crowd still on hand. Beautiful weather, a little chilly, but compared to all the rain and bad weather we've had here lately, this is delightful.
Sets, looks the runner back. Kicks and fires, pitch on the way, outside. Count moves to 2-1. Oh, inside, hit him in the head. Looks like he's okay. Comer did the right thing, turned away from the ball. And I think he's going to be all right, thankfully, for the Bulldogs. That could have been very, very scary.
Next up, the left fielder, number 20, Hunter Liam.
And they have a right-hander throwing in their bullpen. Number 16, Brad Hilton, a junior.
And let's see if we're going to have a change or not. Meeting at the mound, as those of you can see on our video feed. You know, Chris, I am very excited about this dunk tank thing coming up on Saturday for Relay for Life. My goal is to raise $100 in 30 minutes.
Wow, that's a lot. But we know you're going to have a lineup
right,
of
and that's,
wishful dunkers.
That's $1 every 30 seconds. No, that's not right.
No, that can't be right.
That's $1 basically. Let's see. If it were $1 every 30 seconds, that means I would have raised $60.
Right.
So every 20 seconds or so, I got to raise $1. Okay.
Is anybody else in the dunk? There's more in the
Yeah,
dunk
well,
tank.
I think it's. I don't know if
Give
it's
us somebody
continuous. Well, Dwayne is in after me.
Oh, good.
So
Town Council President Dwayne Sawyer in the dunk tank Saturday
Right.
night.
So that's going to be my very lofty goal is $100 in 30 minutes. I'm not sure if I can get it. I'm going to try. Well, what I'm saying is, though, you'd have to rapidly get that dollar handed out, you know. Well,
I'm sure there's going to be a line, and that line may include some interesting people. What if it includes school superintendent Dr. Snap?
well, that would be very interesting.
I was thinking it. I never said it.
I would think he would want to. I'm sure he'll be on hand at some
Well, it's a great cause. Why
It's a
wouldn't he
great
want
cause.
to?
All in good fun.
Absolutely. Raising
good cause.
raising money for charity. And I'm not going to let my dignity get in the way of raising a few bucks for a good cause.
Proud of you, Rob.
Thank you.
2-2, ball on the outside plate for a ball. 2-2, 1 out. Hunter Liam stands in.
Oh, check swing. Too bad. That would have been ball 3. Liam knocks it foul.
Almost another sternum cracker there.
Absolutely. Though that was an off-speed pitch, so it may have just fractured a few ribs. I mean, you have to throw the ball pretty hard to crack a sternum. I'm just saying, this kid can, bring it pretty good up there.
Sure can.
At the beginning of the game.
I'm kind of surprised he's still in.
I am too. Although maybe still the best option they've got.
That's right.
2-2-1, and the pitch. Ground ball slowly towards third. Sloan charges in, gloves, and he will have to put it in his pocket. It's an infield hit. So 2 examples this inning of the Bulldogs hitting it where the other guy wasn't. Not necessarily hitting it good, but it's first and third now, 1 out.
And Hunter Liam has some good speed. He ripped down that first base line, got in there safe, 2 on. 1 out.
Sampson to the plate. Runner at first, runner at third.
Crowd alive here, Rob.
Yeah, big opportunity here for the Bulldogs. Let's see what they can time called. Sampson will step out. Pause to the plate, pitch, curveball in there, strike 1.
Nice breaking ball. Ish on deck. He's had a good day.
Played a nice right field. Fly ball, right center field. Moving over, under it is the center fielder. He'll make the grab. Runner will tag. And the Bulldogs have plated another run. Runner from second moves to third. Glenn on the catch. And that's a big insurance run as it's now an 8-5 Brownsburg lead.
I was watching that runner at third. We had an incident earlier this season where a Brownsburg runner left early, and Coach Manley was right there in his ear. Gill was just waiting for the word. He did not even look at the ball flying out there to right field. And as soon as that catch was made, allowed plenty of time and came across safely.
Ooh, that's a balk in Major League Baseball, but not in high school baseball.
I'm glad it is now, Rob.
Fake throw to third. And then the whirl to first. Inside, ball 1.
Did you ever see that play work in Major League Baseball?
It worked for Rick Sutcliffe one time.
Is that right?
And he was he did it. He'd do it all the time. But outside of Sutcliffe, no, I'm sure it may have worked for someone.
Well, outstanding off-speed breaking ball there.
He jet it again. That's really close to a balk. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Outside, ball 3, 3 had 1.
Every run's going to help. You have the feeling Zionsville not done yet with as far as scoring.
Fly ball, moving back is Glenn. Center field to the track, to the wall. It's over his head. 1 run in. Another man going to come around to score. And on his way to third, it is a stand-up triple, a huge 2-out knock. 10-5, Bulldogs with the lead. And Garrett Ish, well, you might call him the game MVP if you factor in all those plays he made out in right field so far today.
That's true. Him and Houston have combined here to drive in a lot of runs, put up some big at-bats here for Brownsburg, and that stretches the lead. That was a big one. The center fielder drifted back almost to, well, he was on the warning track there. It was so well hit, though, he just could not come up with it over his head. Three runs in here in the fifth inning for Brownsburg. And they now have doubled up Zionsville. 10-5, Brownsburg leads.
Ground ball hit slowly towards short in the hole, fielded by Dunshee, throw across wide of the bag, not in time. Another run comes home, and it is now a 11-5 Bulldog lead.
Next up, center fielder, number 6, Tyler Houston.
Ground ball tapped foul.
This will be the second straight game Brownsburg's played at 11 runs, Rob. They did it against Harrison. Then we had the 2 rainouts. So they have an 11 spot on the board again here today.
Throw to first, runner back. 11-5 in the bottom of the fifth as the Bulldogs lead it over the Zionsville Eagles. Rob Kendall along with Chris Worley coming to you from Brownsburg High School. Line drive. Nice catch by Dunshee. Hit hard. But right at the Zionsville shortstop, we'll head to the top of the sixth. It's a 6-run Bulldog lead. Fairly fast-paced game played so far, despite 16 runs. A relatively clean game.
Let's see who will go out to the mound. I didn't see anybody warming up, so it must be Dalton Carter still for Brownsburg. No?
It is Shipman.
Shipman's going to take over on the mound.
So I didn't see who went to second. Somebody with better eyes than me will need to let me know. Yeah, we'll go with Jones.
Now pitching for the Bulldogs, number 2, Hayden Shipman.
You know, Hayden Shipman's been a strikeout pitcher so far this year for the Brownsburg Bulldogs, Rob. In 4.1 innings of work, he has struck out. Strikeouts per 7 innings averages out to 9.7. He's K'd 6 batters. Kyle Yeager, as usual, going the whole way behind home plate, but this will be the third Brownsburg pitcher tonight.
Well, we'll see what Shipman can do. Schulte to the plate. He'll lead it off. Ground ball right at Jones. Welcome to the ball game. Up and across in time. Out number 1.
That was a fastball right there.
So it'll be Schulte made out number 1. Miller and Glenn for the Zionsville Eagles. It never fails, does it? You come in the game for defensive replacement, ball
Ball's
hit
coming
right at you. Right at you.
Made the play, no problem, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, he's shown a good fastball so far. Made one pitch, got one out on a good fastball to that first batter.
Line drive foul past the first base bag. Almost hit the bus. Almost hit a fan or the bus. One ball, two strikes. High and inside.
Two balls, two strikes, one out.
Shipman on in relief. Bulldogs with a 6-run lead here in the top half of the 6th inning. So if they've got Zionsville down to their final 5 outs. Ground ball hit towards second. Jones up with it. Throw to first. Low. Comer couldn't pick it. And that is a opportunity missed for the Bulldogs as Jones was able to get to the ball. Short arm to the throw. And that'll go as an error on the Bulldogs' second baseman.
So he's had two balls hit to him right away. One good play. He made the play, the pickup, just the throw was in the dirt on that one by Jones. Austin Jones. Hayden Shipman's got a fastball here this evening. He is letting it fly out there. With an 11-5 to lead, he can afford to do that, but you don't want to walk anybody.
In there for a strike. Count moves to 1-1.
We just heard JV team got a win tonight in a walk-off style.
Good for them. Foul ball.
JV team wins 3-2.
Ground ball hit to Jones. Throw to second out there. Ooh, that was close.
A little bit close. Mine got a neighborhood call there, but
Yeah.
Jones came up with it, made a good throw to the shortstop for the second out of the inning.
So Jones gets the force at second, 2 out, and Coker, the pitcher, or still is the pitcher, I think, technically.
I think so.
Yeah, will come to the plate. Fastball, outside corner, strike one.
He's got an outstanding fastball.
Fastball a little bit low, ball one.
Will this be another ground ball to the second baseman, Mr. Jones?
Yeah, he's come
Three
in.
in a
He's
row.
3 for 3 so far. Swung on a miss, strike two.
Excellent pitch. Hayden Shipman looking good here in relief. He's got all ground balls in the inning. Pitching strikes here to Zionsville counterpart. That ball in the dirt, and the runner will take second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Yeah, we'll see what the Bulldogs can come up with here.
Umpire going to visit them out. I think it's just for a change to change the ball there. Yes, it is. We're going to take a good hard look at that ball. You can see that in the video shot from Audio Sports Online here.
Whatever the conversation was, it's over. 2, 2, and 2. And there's a wild pitch. Heads to the backstop. Runner will head to third.
Wow, threw that one over the catcher's head all the way to the backstop. little wildness shown here by Mr. Shipman. Hayden Shipman returns to the mound with a full count here. Trying to get the last out.
Shipman to the set. Looks the runner back. Kicks and fires. Pitch on the way. Flipped right side. Ish moving over. Still going. Under it in foul territory. Makes the grab. And Garrett Ish continues his strong defensive play to make the third and final out of the inning. So the Eagles get nothing. And as we'll head to the bottom of the sixth, it's an 11-5 Bulldog lead.
Boy, Garrett Ish hasn't done a good job out there in the field and has some RBIs tonight. Strong game by Mr. Garrett Ish this evening. Fans sticking around here, only a few people heading for the exits.
Brad Hilton will be the new pitcher for the Zionsville Eagles.
Brownsburg wouldn't mind adding a few insurance runs here in the bottom of the sixth.
All we need is 4 to get the 10-run rule.
There you go.
I'm just choosing to be overly optimistic about it. Not saying it's going to happen. Just saying that, it could. It could. It's always good to live in the world of cans versus, cannots.
Proud of you there, Rob.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Well, Shane, he's a big Elvis Presley fan.
Well, he is.
How about an Elvis song for a walk-up song? I have not heard that in the major leagues.
Well, Shane and I disagree on what good Elvis songs are. Of course, all the Elvis songs I like, Shane does not like. My 2 favorite Elvis songs are Follow That Dream
okay.
and Viva Las Vegas.
The classic.
Shane does not like either one of those. Shane does not like the movie Elvis.
Oh, okay.
Now, I like Follow That Dream because Bruce Springsteen later did a cover version of Follow That Dream. But
not all Elvis movies we'll say they're classics, but there were some funny ones in there. I like the humorous ones.
Well, and it's understandable, if you're an Elvis fan per se. It was kind of a hokey period in Elvis's career. I get it, but I still think, hey, there was some quality music that was produced during that time frame, and you should not underscore. But the great thing about music, Chris, as you know, is that good is all in the eye of the beholder.
Yes.
So Shipman will lead it off for the Bulldogs, now the pitcher of record, followed by Gill and then Yeager. And a line drive base hit into center field for Shipman.
Good hit, a line drive right to center field on the first pitch. He was not taking or wasting any time, swung that bat, and a good hit.
And his dad is one of the sponsors of today's game, so
there we go.
I'm certainly excited about that.
Zionsville pitcher Brad Hilton, a junior. Misses inside, 2-0. Zionsville catcher Travis Tokarick going to go out and have a talk with the reliever here, and he'll settle back in behind home plate, and here we go.
I think Shane's favorite Elvis song is Kentucky Rain.
You got me on that one.
The cold Kentucky rain.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
I think that is Shane's favorite. .30 pitch, outside corner for a strike. Outside, ball 4. Gill draws the walk. 2 on, nobody out. And now we'll see what the Bulldogs elect to do. I think we're going to get a pinch runner in for Shipman.
Also a new hitter, Rob.
And you're right, McGowan.
Mm-hmm.
Jackson McGowan, a sophomore.
Number 8, Jackson McGowan.
Sounds like something out of Super Mario Brothers that he's going up to the plate to. I think we need to have a long talk with these children about what good music is.
McGowan checking in here with a .313 batting average. He's had 16 at-bats, 5 hits.
Pitch, fly ball, right field, deep. Still going back on the track, makes the two-handed grab at the wall, so a very long out for the Zionsville right fielder. That's Miller.
Next up, the first baseman, number 24, Sam Comer.
Comer to the plate, 1 on, or 2 on, I'm sorry, 1 out. 11-5, Bulldogs with the lead.
It was a good catch by the right fielder. He was back on the warning track there, Rob.
Yeah,
Mr. McGowan got a good contact with that. Deep fly to right field.
I should point out, as you said, that did get the runner to third base. And there's a line drive into right center field, and that will fall in for a hit. Comer's got an RBI single, 12-5 to score. Runners at first and second, 1 out, and Westrich will come to the plate. Tyler Westrich Jr. will be the batter.
Picked up another run there, Rob.
Well, we're a home run away from having the 10-run rule. Outside, ball 1. Apparently, the song Kentucky Rain was written by Eddie Rabbit.
Oh.
No relation to Roger Rabbit.
Oh, no. I'm surprised at that, Rob. Shane, a fountain of information.
Well, Shane is, and there's a line drive into center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Runner rounds third. They'll put on the brakes there. Station-to-station baseball. And bases are loaded with 1 out.
Brownsburg trying to end this game right here.
Yeah, we'll see if Salmon comes to the plate. That is the key run there at first base. Well, Shane is a wealth of information, but you should know about your guy.
Yes, he does.
If that's your guy, you should have a wealth of, facts and figures, especially if it's your favorite song. And now we'll have a meeting at the mound. Again, we remind you our next broadcast will be Thursday at home.
At here.
At Brownsburg.
Beautiful Brownsburg.
For the game against Fishers. And now we're going to have another pitching change. Who is it, Mr. Adam?
32,
Josh Kirkin, number 32, the new pitcher. Kirkham, plural, but M, not N.
Not much action for Josh this year. He's
We're
only
taking
pitched
a
2 innings.
Calorie count on those things? Look at the calories on those sunflower seeds. Might as well just eat a tub of fat. What's the serving size for 190 calories? Is it half a bag? So it's 380 calories for a bag of sunflower seeds. Well, I'm just thinking of your well-being.
380 calories
For a bag of sunflower seeds.
A lot of information on this show.
Well, that's what we do. We're public servants.
No cholesterol.
Salt. I bet the salt is
Salt,
out the
sodium
wazoo.
Sodium,
Yeah. What's the sodium count?
90 milligrams.
What's the percentage though? What sort of percentage?
4,
I mean, how much percent?
4%. No. There's 2 of them on here. Oh, per kernel, and then with the shell, it's 87%.
So if you ate a whole bag, you'd have almost 180% of your daily allotted sodium if you ate a whole bag of those things. Those would qualify in the unhealthy portion of the food pyramid. Yeah.
Caleb Sampson getting ready to step in here with the bases loaded, 1 out.
I do not.
Not everybody can look as good as you, Rob.
Well, I understand. I put a lot of time and effort into it.
How about a triple down the line here?
That'd be
3
great.
runs
That'd be
score,
great.
and that's it.
Or a home run. Either way. If you're a Bulldogs fan. Good pitch, outside corner, strike 1. Pauses the plate, looks the runner back, steps off. And now timeout called.
Josh Kirkham, the new Zionsville pitcher, a conference on the mound here.
You know, one thing you don't see much anymore is Big League Chew. Remember Big League
Right, I
Chew?
do remember that.
I don't know if they still sell
Yeah.
that. They still sell that? Grape. My favorite was always grape.
Yeah. I think they still sell it, yes. Right.
Outside, curveball. Ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nothing bad about that. Flavor went away right after you put it in your mouth.
This is pure sugar.
Can't get a big one. Yeah.
You might as well just take in a ball of sugar and put that in your mouth.
Well, you need to try it. Get a teaspoon of cinnamon and put it in your mouth. You should try it.
YouTube video sensation.
You do it. Call me.
Popped up right side, out of play for a strike.
Get some cinnamon. Get a little spoon. And just put it in your mouth. Make sure you record it.
12-5. Brownsburg batting, bottom of the 6th here.
Low and in the third, ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Popped up right side. This should be playable. It is. The first baseman out, number 2. So 2 down. Sampa can't get the run home. And now Ish, who is really probably the MVP of today's game, even though Houston does have the grand slam, will come to the plate.
I would not be surprised to see him be successful again here. Drive in a couple runs at least, Rob. He has had a day.
Outside, ball 1. 12-5 our score. Bulldogs with the lead. They're batting in the bottom of the 6th, so Zionsville down to its final 3 outs. Brownsburg would like to clear the bases here and just take the 10-run rule and go home. Outside corner, strike 1.
Just a bit outside there. Ish being patient here in this big situation.
I'm going to miss strike 2. So we're going to miss strike 3. So the pitcher comes in, does his job, and we will head to the the top of the 7th, last chance for the Eagles. They trail by 7. Chris, I want to thank you as always for coming out and being an integral part of Bulldog baseball.
Thank you. One more game here this week, and we'll see if there's any more makeup games for Brownsburg, but this
Well, we're going to try.
week could be their last homestand of the year.
We maybe end up doing sectionals. We're going to talk to Coach about it.
They're at Avon, is that right?
They're at Avon. I think they had the draw. I have to look at that.
Oh, did they already have the baseball draw?
I thought they did
I didn't
this.
see
I
that.
thought they did over the weekend. I could have been wrong. Yeah, I just saw this photo. It's pretty funny. Facebook. It's a bumper sticker. It says U.S. government philosophy. If it ain't broke, fix it till it is.
Right. Very good.
That's pretty funny. Appreciate everybody that's tuned in, not only tonight but all year long for what games we've been able to broadcast due to that weren't rained out.
Hayden Shipman will try and close it out here on the mound for Brownsburg.
Yeah, it'll be interesting once we get in the tournament because tournament is all about pitching to see how the Bulldogs kind of try to divide up that pitching. Obviously, McCoy will be their go-to guy, but we will see over the long haul how the Bulldogs attempt to navigate the pitching situation.
Right, that'll be a key, Rob. For the most part, Brownsburg offense has been just fine this season. Pitching, it's been up and down.
Dunshee will lead it off, and then Tokarek and Sloan. Swung on, strike one. He did swing for the Eagles. Low in the dirt, ball one. Gotta give a lot of credit. Didn't mention him a whole lot. Kyle Yeager. He does a nice job back there. Pretty much catches every game and has really done a fine job.
I like him as a catcher. Plus, he shows good leadership ability, which you want out of a catcher.
Tapped foul, strike two.
He's done it again this game, Rob, but he blocks a lot of balls, doesn't let many get past him. He's kept some runs from scoring that way.
Yep, just goes about his job in a professional manner. He's very...
He's not afraid to go out to talk to pitchers, settle them down. He's going to do right now.
Very good at what he does. Should give credit to our good friend Adam Armstrong. Has done another outstanding job here tonight, fighting through injury.
And sunflower seed.
That's right.
And crazy walk-up music.
Yeah. Ground ball hit sharply into left field. That's a leadoff single.
Next up, the catcher, number 8, Travis Jokerek.
All right, we'll see what the Bulldogs can do here. Runner at first. Pause to the plate. Pitch. Outside, ball one. Over to first. Runner back. Foul ball left side. Throw to first, runner back. High and inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out.
Brownsburg came into this game 11-8 overall, won 11, lost 8, so looking for their 12th win out of 20 ball games. Zionsville came in 13-7. They would drop to 13-8. I'm sure this is their last week of scheduled play too before sectionals.
Throw to first, runner back.
Westfield leading the conference, a conference record at 12-2, 18-5 overall.
Popped up left side of the diamond, and I think that's good. Yeah, it will get out of play. Count moves even to 3-2. You know, one of those losses was to Brownsburg.
That's right. That's right.
So good job by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Brownsburg won at Westfield 8-1. And in the second half of a home and home loss the next night here at home to Westfield, 6-4.
Ball 4, so it's a walk from Shipman.
Next up, third baseman, number 5, Grant Sloan.
Well, you still got some margin for error here, Rob, but you don't want to let him get back in the game, so need to get an out here. There's still nobody out.
Yeah, Sloan to the plate. In there, strike 1.
And he's done some things with that yellow bat.
We love the yellow bat.
I know he's at least got a couple doubles.
Ground ball, hit to third. They'll take the sure out at third. Throw to first. Did not get the double play. Nice effort there by Sampson. Stepped on the bag for out number 1. Got the lead runner and then fired across the diamond. Pulled Comer off the bag. And I'm not sure he would have got him anyway.
Yeah, when Comer caught that ball, tried to tag him because he did have to come off the bag and just missed him behind him. Runner beat it out at first base. 1 out.
Ritchie, the batter. In there, strike 1. Good pitch. Bertram on deck. It's up high for a ball.
Just a reminder again, this Saturday night, Relay for Life.
That's right. 7 o'clock.
With,
I'm actually, when I get in there, I'm going to get prepared. I'm going to really, kind of get psyched up, get
Sure.
a little early.
Sure.
But I'll be in the dunk tank from 7 to 7:30.
Followed closely by Dwayne Sawyer.
Fly ball,
dunk
left
tank.
field foul, yes. And I got to come up with a shirt. Had some ideas.
Need a shirt.
You got to wear pink, they said. No, they told me I got to wear a pink shirt. That's what I was told. I just do what I'm told. I was told to wear a pink shirt. Therefore, I will do it. Whatever I'm told to do. Oh, good pitch. Called a ball, though. That could have been strike 3. Two balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Runner at first, runner at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. Up the middle and into center field. That's a base hit. Run's going to come around to score. No, he won't. He's out. Holy
He is out
smokes.
by a good margin.
What a throw.
Center fielder Houston.
Houston.
Catcher Yeager shaking up a little bit.
Boy, the way he rounded third base, I don't think he was going 100% because it looked like no way he was going to be called out or thrown out. Now, Eric Mattingly having an animated conversation with the home plate umpire.
It was a collision there at home plate.
Did they call him safe? I don't know. I thought he was out. 2 outs. 1 out. He said 1 out.
Did they call him safe?
Yeah.
Maybe they did. Holy smokes. Maybe they're saying the catcher dropped the ball, although maybe Mattingly, maybe his argument was he didn't slide. Okay.
I thought Yeager tagged him first in the collision, but
Well, apparently they're going to say that run scored. Great throw by Houston. And now, wild pitch. Wheels coming off a little bit here for the Bulldogs. So I guess the score is 12-6, apparently. Second
the
and
run's
third.
still not up on the scoreboard.
Come on, Armstrong. Let's go.
Well, I thought he got out.
I did too. 1 out. Runners at second, third.
Ground ball hit sharply towards short. Up with it is Hartnagel. He'll throw it across in time. That's the out. Okay, I guess that was the third out.
Yep. That's it.
Okay, so confusion on the field, but apparently whatever it was, even the Bulldogs are confused, I think, at this point, as they have come off the field. That was the third out. The game is over, so 12-5 is our final score. 12-13-1 for the Bulldogs, 5-8-1 for the Eagles. Chris, your final thoughts on tonight's game?
Good win by the Bulldogs here in this important final week of the scheduled season. So good job. Star of the game-ish, and Houston.
Probably Tyler
Saw
Houston.
a big grand slam tonight, so exciting win for the Bulldogs.
All right, so the Bulldogs take it 12-5. That's going to do it for Chris and I tonight. Chris and me tonight. And so we will see you Thursday night for our final regular season broadcast as the Bulldogs play host to the Fishers Tigers. So for Chris Worley, I'm Rob Kendall saying have yourself a great evening.